putting into their new jungler.
Yeah.
As we rounded out with a K'Sante. KT's draft, extremely well-rounded. Great engage, a little bit short.
And Kiin just trying to keep him interested.
Oh, this wave state is kind of rough here for Kingen.
Oh, there's another Infernal Chains, finds the Q3, and Kingen was baited in! Kiin gets out of the way, and that is first blood. Kingen, you could see a little bit baited in! Kiin gets out of the way, and that is first blood. Kingen, you could see a little bit of a
bug there. That's Grizzly.
Oh, okay, finds Kiin, who was just backing. This could get them a flash, and it does. So that's all as well, but Bdd just ahead of that potential play as Kiin is going to find an all-out under the turret. Kiin actually taking a lot of damage as Bdd now looks interested because the Infernal Chains come in, and there's the flash. Tibbers, Kingen's just dead. He does a bit of a flip in the air, but Tibbers comes down and says nope. And Grizzly is going to find a bit of damage onto Bdd, but Bidded's got a bodyguard. Finds an Incinerate stun there as well, and Tibbers just going to chase down the Lee Sin. No option, and Kingen was laning pretty effectively, but once again, it's incredibly valuable as there's the headbutt, taxi, flash, Pulve onto Viper. Good flash to get out of the way of the grand entrance as Viper has to Killer Instinct and flash to get out of the way of it. Letting us know exactly why Lehends has been denied Alistair so many times. Aiming does have to flash for this play, but now Cuzz is diving towards Grizzly, who's flashing away immediately. Bdd with a stun on hand, but doesn't have the most health, and Kiin moving in here now as well. We got back coming through from the bottom lane as Kiin is taxied forward. There's an Emperor's Divide used defensively. Works out quite well here for Zeka as it's going to be the steal, and Grizzly's going to go down as well. A kill for Cuzz is massive as Life does dash in. They do get an all-out though, and now it's Kiin dashing around this fight, but still I think he's too low. And they're going to grab a couple of kills off the back end. Cuzz gets the eye. They lose out on the team fight, and Cuzz still could be in trouble here. Does wait for the Q2 before using the leap to get himself out. And
Don't get me wrong, it's still a favorable trade for KT, but that could have been a game over moment. Doesn't end up being one. As Grizzly has to respect, already takes a lot of damage. Then Zeka also almost gets taken away by Kiin, and then there, really unfortunate timing. He actually gets the eye hit as well at the Herald down at the percentage where you can take him. Then if Life doesn't have Spellbook and teleports in here, this play is just a complete bust.
Yeah, let's get a headbutt back onto Life. He's going to come in, but he does get pulverized out. There's a kickback onto Cuzz, who's unable to secure the eye. Nicely played there by Grizzly. Extendo Beam doing some work as Lehends has got flash. There he goes. Find a pulverize onto Grizzly, but doesn't get Life with it. As the safeguard does come back, Lehends doesn't have X-Flash yet, but he does have an Unbreakable Will. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive, as he's still looking for even more, just dancing around the rift. It's going to be Zeka that locks down the kill. And Chemtech Drake is on the rift. Mega Blast Cone comes in as Grizzly's going to get the jump scare. Cuzz dives forward. There is Tibbers, but he's going to get ulted away by Zeka. They're just taking so much damage, and Aiming just ults his way in. That's a double kill as he takes both of them. Wants to kill this turret as well, but the backdoor bonus is going to mean that's going to be all right. And Tibbers tanks this one up for him. Thank you very much, Tibbers. And Bdd teleports him into the mid lane. We've now got an all-out angle here for Kiin, going aggressive onto Kingen. See whether the world is going to end or whether K'Sante is going to K'Sante. And it looks like it's going to be the latter as Kiin gets the solo.
Yeah, particularly when you get ahead in this matchup. And it is a left side.
No, exactly. Results-based analysis is something that we have heard a lot about, as Grizzly is just going to explode. Ignite is going to tick down. Lehends going to grab himself a kill. And, I mean, not a whole lot you can do. They're trying to fight for any sort of control. But they're against an Umbral Glaive on a fed Kha'Zix, right? How are you ever supposed to keep wards anywhere ever? As the Baron has already been started, Kiin is just going to wander his way over. Lehends just being a bodyguard. Life, don't know whether he's going to be able to get in there. There's the flash, the special delivery of the pigeon. They just roast him. That is dinner prepared, and they'll take a Baron as well. KT eating good tonight. Zeka just going to bail from the whole situation. And KT, they just really, they took the mid.
Atlas.
Yeah. No, this
it is dire.
Well, Aiming might get caught, and he is going to dash into an Emperor's Divide. He explodes a little, and he's going to go down. So Zeka winning on the damage numbers. You love to see it.
Oh yeah, it to Viper would be the best, trying to maybe get him something, as it's Lehends again. Just sets up the CC chain, and once you get CC'd into this comp, we haven't really talked about the KT comp that much because we're focused on, you know, maybe Halma can do something. But once you are CC'd as an individual target, you die. Yeah, because the amount of single target damage that this comp is available is ludicrous. Zeka, a really nice job here. Able to get the interrupt on the dash. And then
this economy?
And then the game is maybe even. Which you should not have be doing is Kingen going down, but that is about to happen.
This seems against the game plan, as he has decided he wants to end the world. It's a lot of damage. Bdd actually just flashing away. Cuzz not going to quite find the Q, but Kingen is still going to be dead. And the teleport does come in from Kiin, so still the KT game plan working out. All the W's beautiful here from Kiin. Deciding to go all out now onto Zeka. KT, they can move towards a Baron that is just spawning about this second, and it's Grizzly that's caught alone. The W doesn't land there from Cuzz. The kick comes back, but Lehends is just keeping him busy. A Q to taxi, but it's not going to work. And now aiming, almost actually that caught out of position thing, but he did have a bodyguard. It's Kiin there. He's got his Gargoyle Stone Plate, so he ain't going down anytime soon. And now a quick fall back to a Baron.
Have been working so well for them. They're going to start up the Baron, still sitting on like a 10.5k gold lead, Atlas.
Yeah. It's looking relatively reminiscent to the last two games that we saw in this series.
It's strictly better for Hanwha because they did more.
But that does have a stopwatch on the Lee Sin as Hanwha. They're going to give up the Drake. Good. They're going to be able to take a bounty here in the mid lane. Good. The KT from earlier.
I don't think the heist is successful, Atlas. I think the plan has failed.
I want to go back to talking about the bounty.
All right, Life.
Mid lane. All right, Void connects onto Bdd. Just don't really see any angles. It's okay. Grizzly's going to find a kick flash onto aiming. And then get the heck out of there with a safeguard as Life dives into the back line. If at first you don't succeed, try again! But I don't think it's going to work. Extendo Beam comes in and now aiming. He's just getting that health back. He's under 50% as Viper is going to die somewhere off in the distance. An Extendo Beam from aiming's going to do it, and the wallets, I think, are just too heavy. KT going to get to work on these Nexus turrets, and it is indeed that clean 3-0 with nothing to see here. Welcome to Daejeon. 2 KT Rolster, our first seed, are going to make up for their previous loss in the last best of 5, and they are heading to the losers finals.
And KT making it back to the losers finals. This time around, the opposite path. Of course, last time we're going up from the top half of the bracket. This time around, from the bottom half.
The right kind of momentum this time. Let's just say that.
They're gonna. I don't think they'll be feeling too bad about that one.
Do you know what everyone is realizing now? As KT, they've qualified for the lower bracket finals. You can see, not saying qualified for Worlds or anything like that from this one. They still need to win that. They get to the finals against Gen G. I'm pretty sure it is confirmed that they are making it to Worlds.
Yeah, it's exactly the same path as last time because they lost against T1 in this.
Oh, right.
And
yeah, no, it's the same story.
They also beat Hanwha.
Yeah. So we're just doing the same thing. But now they're not up against Gen G.
True.
Sorry, last time they weren't up against Gen G. Now they are. Sorry, yes.
Yes.
No, last time...
we got it right the first time. Good enough.
Yeah, but now we get what I wanted to get to, which is why my brain isn't working, is that we get the rematch of the Telecom War. This KT can show us why they were first place, why they were undefeated in the second round robin, and why they chose T1 in the first place.
And in this final game, again, I think it was Lehends and Cuzz. That jungle support duo, the big difference maker. Lehends. Wait. What does it mean?
I don't know.
Is he coming for Zeus?
Yeah, he's coming for Zeus, I guess. Oh my god. I really don't know what it means. I really hope that they ask him about it in the interview afterwards, because that is... I mean, it's... Okay, that just went too far.
I'm not going to try, and I already broke my brain on this series. I'm not going to break my brain trying to understand the level of power that anyone above them had shown. And KT, very much above them.
Yeah.
But the win this decisive with a great 3-0.